It's where the magic happens. David Walliams is with me. It's where the magic happens. It's great fun.
Oh, it's such a lovely show to do.
Gorgeous.
Because you never know what's coming up.
You don't.
And people often think it's scripted. It's not in any way. All we have is the list of the names of the acts. We don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
And so I love that it's full of surprises. And the first episode that you'll see tomorrow night is got, well, I won't spoil it for you, but there are surprises all along the way.
Surprises galore. See, I always thought they'd give you a wee heads up.
No, they don't.
You, look, you have to watch this one because it's really going to surprise you. You think something's going to happen in Ned's, but no.
No, we don't at all.
Well, Ant and Dec, we love. Ant and Dec are amazing.
Yeah.
But the relationship you've got with Simon is very funny. I think you're the only person in the world that could get away with that, what you get away with.
For some reason, he lets me. But he's been in a good mood this year.
Oh, good.
And we actually got... I know, but sometimes he's really grumpy. And he acts
series?
like he doesn't want to be there.
Right, okay.
And I go, well, it's your show. You know, I'm only trying to make it better by trying to say funny things. And sometimes he just goes, oh, shut up, every time I try and say something funny. But this year, he's been in a good mood.
Good.
And his timing was better because he's kind of known for... You've never seen him on this show because he doesn't get up till 4 in the afternoon.
Ah.
And so that makes it tricky when you're trying to make a show... a TV show that's meant to start at like 1 in the afternoon.
That can be very difficult.
But this year he came in about 3.
So that's nearly on time.
Yeah, it's great,
That's
isn't
getting
it?
better.
Yeah,
That's nearly on time. That's
yeah.
really good. But it is a great, fun show.
Yeah.
And there's not many things that are on that everybody can watch, the whole family.
Yeah, I think it is. I know there's some slightly naughty things, but it's basically family viewing. And it's a chance for absolutely anyone to get up and have a go. And it doesn't really matter if you're not the most talented person. It's more about being entertaining.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes talented people are boring.
Yeah, I know.
Another person singing a Whitney Houston song, kind of you go, yeah, there you go. But someone doing something really madcap that you've never seen before,
you're absolutely
can be great.
No, that's very, very true. I sense, though, that the real love is the writing now, the children's books. I know that's certainly something that you really love doing. And just a wee bit successful. How many millions have you sold now, do you know?
Not as many as J.K. Rowling.
Oh, well, who has?
No, because people often say, oh, you're such a big children's writer. I go, let's not forget J.K. Rowling sold 500 million books. I think I've done very well. And it's pleasing. But, you know, the pleasing thing is that, you know, children are enjoying reading. And when I'm up and down the country doing Britain's Got Talent, I often take the opportunity, because we don't start till the afternoon, to go into local schools.
Right.
And chat to them and try and encourage them to read and give out books to them as well. And that's a real pleasure for me to think you're getting kids into reading, because if you don't read as a child, you don't read as an adult.
No, that's very true. That's where I was very lucky, because that is true.
What got you into reading?
Mum and Dad taught me when I was about 4, and there's always books in the house.
But what books did you like?
I liked, well, just about... I loved Enid Blyton. You know those ones where it was like... I mean, because I lived, like, in the East End of Glasgow, and it was all this about midnight feasts and, you know, and head boys and lacrosse, which I didn't even know what it was, but I just felt transported to that world.
Yeah, well, that's the brilliant thing about children's books, is they do transport you. And children have such brilliant imaginations, they'll go with you on an incredible journey.
No, they will. Great critics, though, if they don't like it.
Oh, the letters I get.
Really?
From kids, yeah.
You're crying?
Well, no, but I mean, they're just happy to tell you they didn't like something. I've had complaint letters about the TV versions. I've had complaint letters about some of the books. I had a great letter once saying, I'm writing to you because you're my second favourite author. Right. My favourite author is J.K. Rowling, but my teacher said she'd be far too busy to reply, so I'm writing to you. These are kind of letters, really, like I'm meant to go, oh, thank you very much, yeah.
I love that.
I know, but it's brilliant. It's brilliant because I think kids don't fake it when they're bored.
No, they don't.
They don't finish a book that they find boring.
That's very true. That's very true. So does your wee boy like your books? Is he too little?
He's not 4 yet, so no, he's not really into them.
Too weak.
But I don't feel I want to sort of force them on him.
Just leave them lying around.
Okay.
He'll pick them up. But one of your books is going to be on the West End.
Yes.
Again.
Gangster Granny is coming into the West End of London for the summer, which is very exciting. It's 10 years ago, actually. What year is it? 2017. The first book came out in 2008, so next year I'll have been writing books for 10 years. So there's kids now of sort of 8, 9 who weren't even alive when I started writing the first book. So that's how they know me. They don't really know me for the other stuff I've done.
No, I suppose they wouldn't. That's bizarre. No. But it's really interesting how that other career just happened.
But I mean,
you can write. You get into a kid's mind. That's what it is. I think everybody says, "Oh, I'd love to write kids' books," but actually, it's a really difficult thing to do.
I think it seems like it's easy, but I think you've got to think back to what you were thinking and feeling when you were 10 or 11 or 12.
And a lot of people can't do that.
Well, I don't know.
No,
but,
they just
But
can't.
I absolutely love doing it.
I bet you
Because
do.
the only limits to your imagination when you write for children.
No, of course.
Because anything can happen.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, and that's such a joy, isn't it? How's your lovely mum?
She's very, very
great?
well. She'll be watching. Hello, Mum. She's kind of my biggest fan.
But that's
And
good.
of course, she was on Britain's Got Talent last year when
I
Simon was
remember.
late.
That's right.
She got to step in, and she was very, very popular on the show. And loads of people were saying, let's make her a permanent
Absolutely.
fixture and get rid of Simon and have my mum on the panel. And Simon read all that, and he made sure he was on time this year, so that my mum
It's
didn't
your
get to
mum.
do it.
It's your mum.
And
She's the
I was
weapon.
really, really annoyed because my mum was great on it,
I love
actually.
it.